I can't remember the last time Harry and I had a night out together.
Well, I can, love.
Yeah, well, once maybe, but it's a very rare occurrence these days.
You know, it's always the same when you have a baby. I can remember saying to our Jack when Joan was 3 years old, actually, I said, if I don't get out of this house soon, I shall go raving mad.
That's exactly how I feel myself.
Well, it'll be all right for you, love. When Lucille gets a bit older, you'll feel far happier about leaving her to look after the little love.
I hope so, but I have my doubts. She's not nearly as reliable as she used to be. Yes, darling, I'm going to take you home. I better go, because it's time for his feed.
Yes.
Bye-bye,
Bye-bye,
love.
love. Bye-bye. Now, let me see. Oh, yes. Jack.
Huh?
Did you get the lavender polish?
Oh, here it is. Hey, what do you want that stuff for? It's 4 in a ton of a bottle.
Well, I thought it'd make the place a bit brighter for Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, you did you?
Well, she's sure to be in tonight, love, and it's the least we can do in the circumstances.
Oh, the circumstances. We all know what them are, don't we? I suppose it'll be feast out and all, eh?
What a pity the decorators aren't coming till next week.
You wouldn't like me to ring up and tell them it's a rush job, would you?
No, don't bother, love. I tell you what, though, darling, we'll replace this old chair with one of the new ones from the Select.
Would you like me to phone up and see if there are any spare thrones knocking around? If I told them at the palace who it were for, I'm sure they'd lend us one. Huh? One of the new chairs from the Select.
You'll have Nellie to answer to, you know, if it's the wrong sort.
I think you'll find this right. It's the one she generally has. Now, 3 and 3 for the large one, 1 and 9 for the small.
Hey, give us the small one, love. I'll never get it back out of housekeeping anyway. There. Hello, mate. You're the same like as me, shopping for the missus.
How did you guess?
Oh, sympathy, you know, one fellow, married man to another.
Ah, you're badly done to you two, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hey, it reminds me, how do you get on with Mrs. Sharples? Dad said he'd been round to apologise.
Apologise? We did even better than that, mate. You'd think she'd be satisfied with us crawling in our hands and knees, wouldn't you? But oh, no. I'm not kidding you, mate. I'd rather have 2 rounds with Floyd Patterson than go through that lot again.
Rough, eh?
Dead rough, mate. Hey, you better get this little lot down in the book that you're writing, isn't it?
Oh, Lord, if I ever get it finished.
Why, you're short of inspiration, like?
The only thing I'm short of is peace and quiet. It's a bit grim trying to work at home. We seem to have callers every 5 minutes.
There we are. Now, there's your tin of salmon, and that's 7 and 4 altogether.
All right, love. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh?
Good evening, Mrs. Sharples. I'll see you later, then.
Yeah. All right, well, bye.
Bye-bye.
What's all the sudden rush? Is there a fight on us, on it?
Do I know of Mrs. Sharples?
Oh, well, I've got rather a long list with me, and before we start, I want to put it on the slate.
Oh.
I thought that'd set you back a bit. Let's put it this way, shall we? Is my name good or isn't it?
Well, yes, Mrs. Sharples, of course it is.
Right, that's all we wanted to know, wouldn't you say?
That the lot?
Yes, I think so.
If one more does, I'll crown him.
One more what?
One more customer shows the face in here.
Don't think they will now. It's nearly closing time. Are you doing anything tonight?
Not if I can help it. Why?
I thought you and me might go out somewhere. What are you looking at me like that for?
Well, what's come over you lately?
What do you mean, what's come over me lately?
Well, when Linda and Ivan were at home, you were... We saw each other once every Preston Guild. Now you're never off my doorstep.
Oh, well, of course, if that's the way you want it.
No, don't be so daft. Is that wrong between you and Walt?
Me and Walt?
Yeah, you know, your husband. Him as you'd seen out of if it was left to you.
Now, there's no call for that sort of talk. As a matter of fact, me and Walt are very happy just now.
Oh, are you?
Yes, we are. Elsie, am I your friend or aren't I?
Of course, you're my friend, love.
Well, you can't blame me, can
Blame
you?
you for what? Going potty?
For being worried about you.
Here we go again, happy as can be. Look, if I stay at home, I'm being morbid. If I have a night out with a fella, I'm taking a straight cut to hell. What do you want?
Well, you know.
I know, but you knowing costs money, and that's something I've gotten out of these days.
I'll tell you what, it's my treat tonight. How's that, eh?
Hey, talking about money, when's me winnings coming round?
Your winnings?
Yeah. Who was it suggested Heather set? When's Dangerous Dave Smith coming round, or is he going to Welsh on us?
Oh, your winnings?
Yeah.
Oh, well, as a matter of fact...
When's he coming round?
Well, Walt did say something about
When's he coming round?
I think Walter said tonight.
Oh, tonight. And if I'd have gone out with you, I'd have missed him, wouldn't I?
I forgot.
Did you, 'cause like...
All right, then I didn't forget. Look, keep away from him, Elsie. Honestly, he'll forget all about it.
Yeah, I'll forget about my winnings and all if I don't get him quick.
Oh, Elsie, honestly, he's a proper devil.
Look, love, I'm not in the habit of entertaining saints. And as long as he brings the money, he can be as much of a devil as he likes.
She'll not be back from work yet. She'll be another quarter of an hour at least.
Another quarter of an hour, eh?
That's if she comes straight home. She goes out a lot, you know.
In that case, I have to find something to occupy my time, shut up. Thanks, kids.
Give us a suck, you do me.
Cheeky ape. Oh, I wish I'd never told him now.
It's an Elsie Tanner pick-em. Talk about smooth. I've seen him like him hanging round the pally in the big cars when we come out. I wouldn't trust him an inch, that one.
Yeah, he could always scream for help. Hey, fancy him having a car like that.
What a waste, eh?
Hello.
Oh, Mr. Barley, you know that fella you were just talking to? Could you tell me what his name is?
You mean that fellow that's just stopped me now?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a chap called Dave Smith, love. He's a bookie. All right?
Yeah, thanks. Suddenly it all clicks into place.
You what?
Dave Smith. Oh, I don't know how she can do it. With a reputation like he's got.
What kind of a reputation?
And you heard them talking about him down at the
They
palace.
talk about so many. What did they tell about him?
Oh, I couldn't tell you, kid. Honestly, I couldn't. I'd be too embarrassed.
Oh, I never get 5 minutes to myself.
Good evening, Mrs.
I have a
Sharples.
feeling it might be you.
I have Miss Nugent with me.
Oh, you don't say. We'd better come in
Yes.
then, I suppose.
Good evening, Mrs. Sharple.
Well, same to you with knobs on. Well, I can give you 2 minutes. I'm just in the middle of doing my accounts.
We have some good news for you.
That'll be a change. Don't tell me you've been transferred.
As a matter of fact, the committee has decided...
Here we go again. Every big trouble in my life has always started with the words, the committee have decided.
Oh, not this time, Mrs. Sharples, not this time. The committee has... We feel that it's time the vestry was redecorated.
Oh, and who's got to choose the wallpapers?
You are, Mrs.
I
Sharples.
should hope so, I know.
And may I say, merely in passing as it were, how very gratified I am to find that your little difference arising from the recent incident has been so satisfactorily concluded. I'm sure Miss Nugent joins me in this.
Oh, I do, Mrs. Sharples. It was most unfortunate.
Yes, well, there are some folk, you know, such as lawyers and things, who might have a different word for it. I noticed you didn't speak up for me in my hour of need.
Oh, I think Mr. Swinley would have Mrs. Sharples, but he has to be very careful not to take sides in matters like that now that he's going to be on the council.
On the council.
It's a very far cry yet, Miss Nugent, a very far cry indeed.
So, you're going to be on the council?
I'm afraid Miss Nugent was a little precipitate there, Mrs. Sharples. I'd rather no one knew about it just yet. The Progressive Property Owners and Small Traders Party, the PPOP, of which I'm proud to be a member, has not yet elected me officially as their candidate, although I've expressed my willingness to stand for the cause. I'd be very glad, under the circumstances, if you would treat this unfortunate disclosure in the strictest confidence.
I see. Well, under the circumstances, I don't think there's anybody around here that can accuse me of not being able to keep my mouth shut. Under the circumstances.
Would you like some more pie?
Yeah, have a heart, love. I've had 3 lots already. Anyway, I want to get a bit of work done. I did next to nothing last night.
I'll get the table cleared. You can give me a hand with the washing up in a minute.
What's yours? Oh, yeah, all right.
Hello. Oh, I'm not too early.
Oh, just finished.
Oh, good. I thought you might like to pop round to Rovers, you know, for half an hour.
Oh, I'll give it a miss tonight, if you don't mind, Dad. I'd like to get a bit of work done.
Still working?
Well, no. Just trying to.
This book, I suppose.
Yes, this boat, as you put it.
You don't want to spend all your spare time working, lad. You know you want a bit of a change sometimes.
Look, Dad, if I had spent all my spare time working, I would have finished this weeks ago. I'm sorry, Dad, but I've got to keep at it if it's ever going to finish.
I suppose you're right. Well, I'll be seen later on, then.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, it is tomorrow, isn't it, that Albert gets back?
No, day after tomorrow. That's if Cousin Beatty lets him go. She can't get him there often. He always says she's too fussy.
Ah, she's a bit of a full spot. Well, I'll see you later on, then.
Why don't you go with him for half an hour?
Oh, now don't you start, love.
Well, what's half an hour?
It's 15% of the evening. It happens to be the first time I haven't brought any marking home. Now, please, love, let's get the table cleared, otherwise I won't even get started.
Where did you get them, eh?
There's some of those our Jonah brought. I thought they might brighten up the place for Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, you wouldn't like me to fetch the living room carpet down, would you?
Now, Jack, there's no harm in making a bit of a fuss in the circumstances.
Oh, aye, the circumstances. Oh, we're forgetting circumstances.
Well, you might forget them, love, but I can assure you Mrs. Sharples won't. You know, something happens to me when I start arranging flowers.
Oh, well, you better snap out of it, they're here.
Good evening, Mrs. Walker.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening, Mrs. Sharples. What's this, Kew Gardens? I thought you'd like them. They're some my daughter brought. They were grown in her own garden. Oh, well, they'll have to keep the place sweet. Jack?
Eh? Oh, aye. The first one is on the house, ladies.
What's all this in it of? Just a way to say how very pleased we are to see you back again, Mrs. Sharples.
Oh, I don't mean the priest out, I meant
Oh, well, Jack and I thought it might be rather nice if you had one of the new chairs from the Select.
I see.
I'm sure you'll find it most comfortable.
Well, I'm very sorry to disappoint you, but I don't like it.
Oh, dear, are you sure?
Oh, they don't make chairs to suit folk like me these days. No, I'd rather have the old one if it's not too much trouble.
I see, of course, if you prefer it. Jack, fetch your old chair back.
Hey?
Her old chair, love.
Oh, aye. Hey.
What's the matter now?
It'll be a bit mucky, love. I'll put it out in the backyard next to the dustbin.
Oh, Ken went to university, you know.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good that'll do him.
What do you mean, Mr. Smith?
Well, I didn't go to university, did I? Seen that card of mine outside?
I'd have a job not to, wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, that didn't come from university neither, get me?
Here, will you have another one?
No, thanks. I've got a little bit of business to attend to. Anyway, I'm on Scotches myself, and I never take drinks from chaps that can't afford it. See ya.
No, I beg your Cheeky beggar.
Why, what's he done to you?
No, it's not what he's done, it's what he said. I asked him if he was going to have one, and he said, I don't take drinks off chaps that can't afford it.
Oh, he's full of that kind of thing, you know. He's full of himself, he is. You know he is, don't you?
I know he is, all right, who doesn't?
I did a job for him once, you know, when I was working over Burt Whistles. I'm not kidding you, he stood over us from the time we went in to the time we came out.
I can't say I'm surprised.
What's he doing round here anyway, do you know?
I think he's been visiting Elsie Tanner.
He what?
Well, that's where he said he'd come from.
Oh, she's picked the right one this time.
Well, it might be some sort of business, you know.
Aye, funny business. If he thinks he's going to treat Elsie Tanner like he treats everybody else, he's got another thing coming. If there's one bloke it'll be a pleasure to sort out.
Right! Get away from that flipping car. Bang your heads together on it. Blaming kids. Hello, Dave. How do you eat buses, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yours?
Yeah.
And you're still working for peanuts, eh?
Aye, peanuts is the right word. What are you doing around here?
Well, same old thing, you know, a bit of business, Harry. Oh, it's a hard life, boy. A terrible hard life.
Yeah. Well, enjoy yourself, won't you?
Ta-da! Oh, hello, love. Is your mother in?
I'll see. Mother? No, she's not, but I do.
Well, I particularly wanted to speak to Mrs. Tanner.
Oh, did you, Mr. Smith?
She knows me.
A little bird told me. Come on inside. I say, did you see who went in there just now?
Aye, Dave Smith.
She's been gambling.
Aye, she's still gambling with him in there.
Well, take your coat off, or won't you be stopping?
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it?
Oh, help yourself.
Yeah, I usually do.
Would you like the side view or no?
No, I can imagine that. I've been hearing quite a bit about you.
Oh, all good, I hope.
Well, now, that depends what you mean by good, doesn't it?
Yes, I suppose it does.
Let's just say that it was all in your favour, shall we? Well, he's a great fan of yours, Walt, you know.
Is it?
Oh, great fan. Mind you, now I've had the pleasure for myself, so to speak, I can see what he means.
Well, before we forget what you came for, have you brought me winnings?
Oh, yeah. Come on, Elsie.
It's hardly worth the journey, is it?
Well, as I said, that rather depends on you, doesn't it?
I'm not very good at riddles.
No riddles, dear. Just a straight deal.
Spare me, she said.
The money or a night out in the town with Dave Smith?
Don't waste much time, do you?
Oh, well, I can't afford to waste it, dear. Now, what's it going to be? The money or the best night out you've had in years?
You fancy yourself, don't you?
Yeah, well, if I don't, dear, nobody else is going to, are they?
You've got quite a point there, haven't you?
Mind you, tangle with me, you'll get nothing but trouble. I promise you one thing, though. You'll enjoy it.
Trouble never bothered me.
No, well, it kind of adds a spice to life, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, I suppose I better go and get ready, hadn't I?
Hey,
Hmm?
you want any help?
Let's not rush things, shall we?
Oh, I had a big bedroom suite. Really? Oh, it's not like I was a kid. Oh, it is. Anyway, thanks ever so much. I hope we haven't stopped your inspiration, Ken. Come on, thanks again. Thanks. That's all right.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, Ken, but they kept hinting, and they are good customers.
Yeah, sure. Well, I just hope that all your customers aren't going on a conducted tour.
Oh, it'll be somebody to make
No.
an appointment. I'll not let them in. Oh, hello. Can I see Ken, please? Oh, yes, come on. It's Lucille.
Yes, love? What can I do for you?
It's my homework. I can't remember how to do these equations.
I'll, just finish doing my face up then.
Take your time, take your time.
Don't sit there pretending you're admiring the place.
Admire it. Blimey, if it was mine, I'd tear it down. I'm not kidding.
You've got a nerve.
Well, you got to face, haven't you, darling? I mean, it's a bit of a dump, isn't it? Let's face facts.
You've a right cheek, you have. I don't know anybody that'd come and tell me that.
Well, you do now, don't you?
I don't know whether I'm going to like you or not.
Well, do me a favour, darling, will you? Just hate me the right way.
You're a real gambler, aren't you?
No, I never gamble, Elsie. If I put my money on a horse, it's a winner, believe me.
Well, don't look at me like that. I'm not one of your flipping horses.
No, but you're a winner, all right. I could tell that the first minute I clapped eyes on you.
I'm not sure whether I like that either. Oh,
You want me to go?
yeah, if you would.
For you, darling, I'll walk to the end of the street.
Time for late, eh? Who's here?
Yeah, do you want to see him?
Yeah, please.
Come in. Elsie, it's Harry boy. Harry Hewitt.
Hello. What's brought you round?
Oh, I just brought this timetable around like I promised, love.
Oh, thanks a lot. How much do I
Oh,
pay?
no, it's on the house. Having a night out, are you?
Yeah, well, you don't mind if I take your neighbour out for the evening, do you?
No. As long as you look after her properly.
Well, you know me, Harry boy. Nothing but the best for my friends, right?
Yeah. Well, enjoy yourself, love. I'll see myself out.
Good night, Harry.
Good night.
Mug. Living on peanuts.
Well, what do you think I live on? We can't all have big cars, you know. If we did, we'd be crowded off the roads. I worked that one out for myself.
Wow, brains, too.
Oh, I'm full of surprises.
Oh, hello.
Oh, here's another of them.
Well, where is it? Upstairs?
No, out the back.
Blimey, we live it up round here, don't we?
That's what I call a thorough gentleman.
And if that's all you come to say, you can just pop off again.
No, I came to keep you company. I thought we'd put our feet up
Oh,
together.
yes, and to keep me out of temptation, I know. Well, you're too late because I'm going to town with Dave.
It's Dave already, is it?
Well, you should know better than I do. As you told me, you know him much better than I do, up to now.
Hey, where are you going?
For my blue handbag, and I catch a 53 bus at the bottom of the stairs.
You're not leaving me alone in this house with him?
Why not?
Because it's true what you said. I do know him better than you.
Oh!
Boo.
Big fat slob.
Oh, come on now, lad. I don't know that I agree with you there.
Don't tell me you're sticking up for him.
No, it's a matter of getting your facts like. I mean, he's not all that big, is he?
All right, little fat slob, then. How's that?
Ah!
Leonard.
Hello, my old mate. You looking for me?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, I wondered if I might get me round at the yard, you know. I'm off duty now.
Yes, I know, but this is, it's a mission business, you see, and I always feel rather guilty about using Mr. Papadopoulos' time for it. I merely require an estimate for the redecoration of the vestry. You may remember we discussed this.
Oh, for Mrs. Sharples, is it? Oh, well, that's a pleasure, of course. Always a pleasure to work for Mrs. Sharples, you know.
Precisely.
Ah, well, tomorrow morning, all right?
Admirable.
Right, mate, get on.
Thank you very much. Good night, all.
Ta-ra now.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Good evening, Mrs.
You see who's just come into the bar there?
Oh, it's Mrs. Tanner, isn't it?
Oh, I don't mean her. I mean the chap that's with her.
Oh, it's Dave Smith.
Oh, you know him then, do you?
Oh, yes, I've known her ever since they were a laddie, you know.
Oh, yeah, have you? Well, he's a long way from being that lad now. London's done something to him, as somebody in there is going to find out before they're not very much older.
How do you mean, Ena?
Oh, for heaven's sake, you're getting as bad as her.
Oh. Oh, I see what you mean. I expect you're quite right. I've seen real unhappiness caused through gambling.
Do you know what she's on about?
No, Ena, I'm afraid I don't.
Blimey, you're doing yourself, aren't you? Selling double scotches at that price. Still, your overheads don't cost you much, do they?
Nice lad, isn't he?
Oh, yes, so I. Educated too, you know.
Ah, well, let's be fair, you know. It's as Annie says, it's us as puts the money in his pocket.
Not me, mate. I deal with respectable bookies, and he's not one of them.
Well, a couple of these just to warm us up, dear, and then we'll go down to the club. How's that suit you?
Go down to the where?
Yeah, down to the club. Downstairs to heaven. No lights and soft music.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be the Orinoco by any chance, would it?
The what?
The Orinoco.
The Blimey, don't tell me to go down to that dump.
Oh, no, it's just that I happen to know somebody that works
Yeah,
there.
well, if you know anybody who goes down there, dear, tell him to get lost.
He did.
Yeah, well, let's leave it like that, shall we? You've got me now, haven't you? Hey. I said you got me now, haven't you?
So you see, love, it wasn't just a question of freeing the slaves. It was a question of whether the United States was going to be one country or not. Now, if the South had won, things would have been very
Did you like history?
Well, it happened to be my subject, you see.
Oh, I don't know how you could. It drives me up the wall.
Ah, Valerie said to find you in here. Have you done?
Oh, yeah, we finished that lot ages ago.
Right, well, Conceptor's looking for you. Well, thanks very much, Ken. It's very good of you.
That's all right. It was a pleasure.
Been having a right interesting conversation, haven't
Yeah, very interesting.
Aye, well, thanks again. I'm sorry she's not so bright.
we? Oh, you cheeky thing.
Well, all right, just the I want.
Eh? You want me?
Aye, I think your pal Len is heading for a bit of trouble down at Rovers.
Why do you always have to pick on me?
Oh, I'm just getting myself comfy, you see. And he walks on. Who are you, he says. Me, I said? I'm the insurance man. Your wife's been doing a bit of lapsing.
We'll have another one of these, dear, and then we'll float. We got nothing to hit but the heights.
What?
Just think of me up.
There's no crime in looking at the fella, is there?
I'm not so sure the way you're doing it.
That's all right, Jack. I'm not going to do anything. Yet.
What, are you with him or me?
Oh, you don't take any notice. It's just that sometimes he thinks he's my guardian angel, that's all.
Does he? We'll have to tell him to fly back to heaven then, won't we?
Dave!
That's all right, dear. Don't worry. I know how to handle this sort.
Ah.
Have they started?
Aye.
Have they started anything?
No, they're both up at bar together.
Well, keep your eye on them. If anything starts, I'm up in it.
Oh, well, I quite like a fight. On pictures.
No, but you're not likely to get bottles coming out at the screen, are you? You are here.
On me, friend.
No, thanks.
Go on, it might help to keep you occupied.
No worry. It's all right, Jack. I was only asking him a question.
Now, look, friend.
What do you mean by that? That's what I want to know. And let's get one thing straight there. You're no mate of mine.
Now, look, all I'm asking you to do is to turn round, face the bar like a good little lad, and stop playing what the butler saw with me and the lady friend.
That's what you want me to do, is it?
Yeah. And I'm being nice and polite about it. I'm being nice and polite about it,
Ah,
son.
come on, knock it
Now,
off.
look, I've got no argument with you, friend.
Keep out of it, Eddie.
Now, look, boy, let's get that chip off your shoulder, right? So once you don't do a job right, okay? Well, we're not kids, are we? Tonight's mine, okay? So don't go breathing down my neck. You know what it's like when you take a bit of skirt out? Things are liable to get a bit intimate. Now, who wants 3 horses in a race like that?
Hey, up, they started. Come on.
Why can't you mind your own business, Len Fairclough? Who do you think you are? Just who do you think you are? Now, in future, stay away from me. I've told you you've caused me enough trouble by far.
Yeah. Caused yourself a bit of trouble, too. Don't you kid yourself. I'm going to forget that. Friend.
Yeah. I reckon you're going to have to pay for that, lad.
Yeah, when you enjoy yourself, you've got to pay for it, haven't you? But I don't think I'm the only one that's going to pay.